and welcome to another episode of Supporting a Healthy Lifestyle. Today, we have a fabulous topic to continue with our theme on healthy eating. So, we're going to discuss smart eating. What is smart eating? When I eat, I like to just grab everything, whatever comes into my head that I feel like eating, I'm like, okay, but then I remember all those things that we've been learning with uh, Dr. Walsh and Cici Alvarado, about combining your foods and making sure you have a carb and a protein. So today we're going to learn more about that smart eating. So let's open with a word of prayer. Father God, thank you so much for bringing us all here together to learn what you would have us to learn. We are all wanting to um, eat better and be more healthy so that we can do your work. Please be with us as we present, that everyone who is here listening will gain knowledge that we will be able to apply to our lives. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So, as you know, we love you to interact with us. So feel free to jump in the chat. The first couple who jump into the chat will go ahead and give some free books out on blog type and smart eating and how those work together. So interact with us, put your questions in there, and we'll try to get to all of your questions as we are able. So let me introduce our presenter for today, which is Cici Alvarado. Now, Cici is very passionate about her profession. She has personally experienced through her own health the benefits of colon hydrotherapy. She is a very strong advocate that our health is our responsibility. She does her best daily to instill this to every one of her clients, family, and friends. She holds monthly live Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube inner health care moments with the desire to educate all those that are looking for preventative ways to improve their own health. She is also a strong believer in Jesus and is not shy about sharing her faith with her clientele and staff. She is certified in internal environment from she holds certification, and is nationally board certified in colon hydrotherapy. She is continually expanding her knowledge in an effort to bring the very best to her clients. She shares, the more I learn, the more I love my profession. She absolutely loves helping others find the answer to their own health issues, but most of all, she loves paying it forward. Her exact words are, helping each one of my clients is so rewarding, for I know my clients will feel better just as I did. And when they do, they too will go out and pay it forward. She has been involved with the Riverside Chamber of Commerce, the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, the National Association of Female Executives, and her daily heart's desire is to serve God to the best of her ability in all that she does. Welcome. And a shout out to Judy Dudley as being our first person to jump in there in our comment section. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Cici.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
having me. Thank you so much for having this great platform. And I think, and this is my second time with you guys, so I just feel like I'm becoming part of the family, and I'm grateful for that. I
Absolutely.
really do believe that you guys are leading the way, and I pray that many more churches begin to have platforms like this, because I do, like you said, and our prayer that God help us to start living healthier and smarter, right? And
Right.
so thank you again for having me. I have to say thank you to Sister Berta, Maria Thorne, because she's the one that's just
Mhm.
opening this door for inviting me and mentioning my name to you guys. So thank you. And
Absolutely.
today we get to speak of another one of my favorite. Last time I got to share about the gut and brain connection, and today we are going to share about smart eating, which is uncommon. spoken about. So I'm super excited. So let's start with our slides. Here we go. So we are going to be speaking about what is smart eating. And like Ms. Janet said, I hold inner healthcare moments once a month, and they are on Facebook, Instagram, and also on our YouTube. And they're short 15, 20-minute segments of information, health information that's going to help you. And of course, Inner Healthcare Colonics, that's where I get to do my daily love work, attending to our clients. I'm very, very grateful to be here with all of you and sharing my passion, but also today I don't only get to share my passion about my passion, I get to bring forward the legacy of Dr. Bo Wagner, who is already passed and is in heaven. I'm certain about that. And his son, Brett Wagner, who's still alive and who is my buddy, who's helping me with this great project. So I am excited to share more about their legacy. My intention today, this is my big intention. My intention is that our time together, that I really pique a deep, deep curiosity about learning more about smart eating, which is based on properly food combining and eating according to your blood type. I also want to be able to guide you where you can learn more about this great lifestyle, because it's not a diet, and to encourage you to begin this unique lifestyle, because sometimes we have to look in and check out our lifestyle. And I'm not talking about how we look or how we live. I'm talking about how we are internally, because our lifestyle is how are we really living? Do we get up with pain? Do we get up foggy brain? How do we fill up? Do we just jump out of bed and are energetic and ready to go no matter how old we are? So that's what I'm talking about, a unique lifestyle, so you can begin to take control of your own health. Because I'm a big advocate, because of my own experience, that my health is my responsibility and so is yours.
Excellent.
And I really wanted to bring these statistics before we get into what is smart eating, because I have realized through my years of experience and my own health experience that as a nation, we are not doing very good. We are a great nation, but health wise, we're not doing very good. These are statistics from 2020. I couldn't find anything or later than that. 60 to 70 million Americans are affected by digestive diseases like IBS, acid reflux, constipation, hemorrhoids, diverticulus. And I think some of us, if we ask a raise of hands, many of us could say that we have experienced some of those ourselves. 23.5 million Americans suffer from autoimmune diseases. That is a big number. 52 million Americans suffer from mental health. And as we learned in our last talk, the gut and the brain are intimately connected. So most of the time when we have mental health diseases, most of the time, not all the time, it is caused by what we are putting in our mouth. So I hope these statistics just give us a little push to really want to do it different. That was my point to bringing these in. So, what is smart eating? Smart eating is a principle. It's a principle based on two components. One, the first component is food combining correctly, also known as tropology. You could Google all this, or the science of food combining, which was known since the mid 1800s. Yep, I said it. This was known since the mid 1800s, and it was revived in the early 1900s by the Hay Diet. But yet this is 2022, and the majority of people, the common people, don't know this. So the second component of smart eating is eating according to your blood type. And this gets very unique because all of us have a different blood type. There's 4 blood types, and we'll talk a little bit more about them. So I looked up what the word, if you could go back to that slide, please. I looked up what the word principle was, because they say, wait, it's not a diet, it's a principle. Yeah, a principle is a rule, a belief or idea that guides. So, smart eating is a principle that guides you to have better health, if I could summarize it. Thank you. So, what is smart eating? It is different, it is unique, it is a novelty, it is uncommon, it is untraditional. You got to hear that one. It is untraditional. It is one of a kind. It is for those that are ready to take control of their own health. It's not for the faint. It is a mindful eating lifestyle that will improve the quality of your own health. It really does. I could attest to that. And many, many, many of my family, clients, friends, colleagues can also do that. I'll tell you some stories towards the end of this presentation. Thank you. So on page 10 of this guide, this is the guide that we use. And this guide, whoops, let's see, where do I bring it? Right here. This is the guide to smart food choices. On page 10 of this guide, Dr. Bo says, these are Dr. Bo's words. These are not my words. So I'm going to read them because I want to make sure we get his point. By following these principles of smart eating, my clients have stated that they have been able to reduce gas, indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux, allergies, sinus problems, constipation, diarrhea, bloating, fatigue, mood swings, insomnia, depression, weight gain, and food intolerances. That's a lot. They claim the rewards included better health, increased energy, trim bodies. Hello, trim bodies. Did anybody hear that? Yes, it naturally helps you get to your ideal weight without you being on a diet. I really love that. Improve sleep and overall a state of well-being and vitality. And that's what I'm talking about, a lifestyle, vitality, a life of vitality. All right. Dr. Bo Wagner created the guide, the friendly guide that I just showed you. This is to assist us to take control, right? It's based on blood type and food combining. We're very blessed to have this at our hands. And at our office is where we're the main distributors of this guide. I'm honored and grateful that Dr. Bo passed this information to me. And when he taught me and gave me all that I needed, he said, with this information, you can change the health of the world. So I'm super grateful today that I get to share about this guide because it's a jewel of knowledge. Thank you. Smart eating. When you use the individualized characteristics of your blood type as a guidepost for eating and living, you will be healthier. You will naturally reach your ideal weight and you will slow the process of aging. Did you guys hear that? You will slow the process of aging. This is called anti-aging. So smart eating, you could also say smart eating is a great anti-aging system or plan or principle because it helps you to slow down that aging. We already know that we're going to age. We already know that we're going to go to heaven one day. But if we could slow it down and die healthy, wouldn't that be a great goal? That's my goal. I want to go to heaven healthy. I want to go up there and say, whew, I did a lot, Lord, but thank you. I'm still healthy. I want to die because it's time for me to go, not because I'm sick. So it is as if you're helping your body to come into balance. Homeostasis, it's called in the medical world. Homeostasis come into balance. So when we are smart eating, combining our foods correctly, and when we are eating according to our blood type, we are helping our body come into balance. Okay. So smart eating per your blood type. It is not a diet. It is a lifestyle. Absolutely not a diet. This you need to know because a lot of people think that it is a diet and it's not. Because I told you it's so different, you're going to have to do a lifestyle change. And that's what we're looking for. I mean, if we're in this class, I'm certain that we are looking for a better, healthier lifestyle. So this is going to be helping us. The guide is in English and in Spanish now. We have done the work. We spent a year and a half translating this beautiful, beautiful tool of knowledge. And now it's in English and in Spanish. It covers food combining, and it covers every single one of the blood types. The blood types are A, O, B, and AB. Those are the 4 blood types of the human body. Okay. And we have also in this new guide, because the previous one didn't have this, the new edition has the 26 pages of each simple book. Now it's all together in this guide. So it covers both ends, food combining, and also it covers eating according to your blood type. So on page 11, Dr. Bo guides us also. Like I said, he was a very thorough doctor. And these are the 6 basic supplements that he recommends for us to be on for our all cylinders in our bodies, right? Because this is our vehicle, for it to pump at the same time. Because in a car, the cylinders all have to go at the same time for the car to run good. So these are 6 basic supplements that he talks about on page 11. So there's a flyer that when you get a guide, you also get this flyer from our office. The blood type characteristics. Oh, I got to take a pause right here on this moment, because I want to tell you all that I started this journey because I knew Dr. Bo, and because I was so smart, and because I was so willing to give up everything that I can eat. And that's not the truth. The truth is, I was fighting it. I knew about it, but I just kind of was like, when I actually first blood typed myself, because I thought I was blood type A because I'm a type A personality. So type A personality, blood type A. But I had never blood typed myself. And when I did, I found out that I was a blood type O. And can I tell you, I was not happy about what I discovered about my blood type, because when I started reading the guide, I didn't like what I was seeing here that I had to give up. So what I did is I called a good friend in Mexico, a good doctor friend, and I asked her that I needed her help. And I wanted to change my blood to blood type A, because blood type A had more of the food that I wanted to eat. And ladies and gentlemen, no, you can't change your blood. Whatever blood type you were born with it, you're going to die with it. She told me that the moment they put blood type A in me, I would die. And I thought, it's not that serious. So I had to adhere to the guide was talking to me, and I'm grateful I did. So each blood type has a different blood type characteristic. And when I read the blood type O, I'm blood type O. When I read the blood type O characteristic, I was shocked how precise it was, because whoever wrote these characteristics don't know me. This has nothing to do with any signs or zodiac, none of that. This is according to your blood type. And 99% of the time, when I show these characteristics to my clients, I ask them, tell me if this describes you. 99.9 people say precisely it does. So I thought, wait a minute. If the characteristics describe me so well, for sure, I got to try the foods. So I embarked on this journey, and I am so grateful that I did, because it has made a big difference in my life and in the life of others, which I love to pay it forward, as Ms. Janet talked about when she introduced me. So I really have to tell you, this is a fascinating trip. Smart eating is amazing. So is this fact or is it fiction? Because there's very little scientific studies on this. So that has to be said. And so we have to find out if it's fact or fiction by our own, right? You be the judge. I be the judge. Does it work? Does it not work? You try it, you tell me, you find out for yourself. It's amazing the changes that I have seen already. And I've been doing this for 12 years, and it's really neat. So I encourage my clients to try it for 45 days. I did the same thing. I'm only sharing with everybody what I did because when I first started this, I knew the doctor. He worked with me on educating me, and then he gave me the guide, and then he said, "Good luck." Right? He did not guide me on try it for 45 days. He did not tell me read the characteristics. No, because he knew already. He was convicted that it works. And so he just gave me the guide and said, "God bless you." And so I encourage myself to try 45 days, and I encourage my clients to go ahead. And when you try it for 45 days, it's very, very important that you read the 26 pages because you cannot try something that you don't understand. Because if you don't understand it, you're not knowing what you're doing. The 26 pages will tell you why you're doing what you're doing. And once you know better, we tend to do better, correct? Yes. So I like to adhere to the best. The more you adhere to it to your best of your ability, the better results you will see. I encourage us also that in the 45 days that you look for 3 positive changes, different positive changes every 45 days. So if the first 45 days you see 3 positive changes, recommit to another 45 days and then another 45 days. Before you know it, it will become a lifestyle. You lose count what 45 days you are on. So I encourage us all to do this. This is again how I began. I began applying myself 70% of the time. So I went 70% of the time eating best and good. The book is written, the guide is written. Let me show you how it's written. I'm going to show you the guide inside. So this slide makes a little bit more sense. The guide is written in 3 columns: best, good, and not. It's unhealthy. So I encourage all of us. Let's see. Yes, right here. Right here. Yes. So you can see best, good, and unhealthy. So I encourage my clients to start best and good 70% of the time, only 30 in the poison. Once you master that, you're going to go 80-20 on best and good, and only and then 20% on the unhealthy. Then once you master that, you're going to go 90 on best and good and only 10 in the unhealthy, right? The column on the unhealthy, it is poison for our body. It's like putting diesel to our vehicle. So whether we are aware of it or not, it's not doing us any good. So once you commit to 90-10, you, even without you noticing, it is becoming a lifestyle change. Go ahead. Next slide. Oh, okay. No, no, go. Yeah, there. So, smart eating, properly food combining. These are some of the side effects. I have to tell you that there are some side effects to smart eating. And most of the side effects are very good side effects. Here are some of the ones that we have experienced ourselves and also heard from our clients: more energy, better moods, better bowel movements, better skin, weight loss, mental clarity. But we have also heard some not so good side effects, and we report feeling very yucky, worse than before when we eat what is poison for our blood type. Because your body begins to get accustomed to good. It's kind of like being in a good relationship, being in a good relationship Monday through Friday and being in a lousy relationship on Saturday and Sunday. Your body, your mind, and your soul is going to recognize the difference. So when you go and eat what is not good for us or good for you, then your body says, nope, that is poison. And it begins to recognize poison more than even before. Okay. So he also has a Cook Smart, Cook Simple book. It's available on Amazon. If you're a cook and you want recipes, because some people do, I'm not a cook. I'm a preparer. I love to make salads, and I accompany that with protein, right? That's basically my simple cooking. When we combine correctly, our foods digest better. And I will tell you at the end the best way to combine. These are some of the testimonies that I have from some of my clients that they've been so gracious to help me share their pictures. This is before and after. This young lady had chronic anxiety and really in bad conditions when she came. And she now she's a ball of light and a ball of knowledge of health. And by her example, she's leading by her example, helping many, but mainly herself and her family, which she's beyond grateful. And I'm grateful that we were part of her journey. This is another gentleman, and in 8 months, he lost 160 pounds. He was blood type A and also battling stage 3 lung cancer. Great testimony. This is another young lady that all her life she had digestive problems. This was probably a year, about 11 months. It took 11 months to get here. And she used to carry a bag, paper towels, toilet paper, Pepto-Bismol, Imodium, Alka-Seltzers. Every time she went out, she had to carry all that because she never knew. After she ate, she always had a reaction ever since a child. And here she is. Some people call her Nurse Christine now because she just is a ball of knowledge. And again, her testimony is blessing many. And we're grateful to be part of her story. And this, I had to put this picture in here. This is my beautiful mother. She is in heaven now. But on the left picture where you see her with the oxygen, she was on hospice care. And without intending to, I brought her home because the Lord told me to bring her home. And we started feeding her according to her blood type. And within 2 months of being on smart eating and supplementations and some colonics, she got she got kicked off of hospice. And that was my mama. And she had 7 more years of great health. And until the Lord said it's time for her to go. So I am honored and grateful that I got to help my mom at that level. And this is me. Before, you can see I'm a little bit more swollen on my face. And when we smart eat, our body starts getting rid of inflammation. And we know, most of us know, that the basic level of disease is inflammation. So when we start getting rid of inflammation in our body begins to heal better. Here's another beautiful lady. And this is a 4 months, took 4 months to get there. And she is, like she says, she's not a young chick. She is in her 80s. And she's a great testimony, and also very grateful to me I'm very grateful to be part of her journey. Another young lady, and she came and she took control, as you can see. This was not very long. This probably was 8 months, so things change. You could see, my point is to show you that things change when you begin to change what you're doing. And so it's time to stop conforming, because when we conform, we're going to be like everybody else. Conforming is a change influence from the outside in. That's our culture, our promotion, our traditions, our marketing. All that is from outside in. So it's time that we transform our own health from inside out. That's what transform. It begins from the inside out. If we keep doing the same thing all the time, we will continue to get the same thing. I believe this is the definition of insanity. And we're not called to be insane. We're called to be wise. And wise, wise, wise. If you do not know your blood type, we do blood typing at Inner Healthcare, and we include the guide when we blood type, and it's only $64.95. And before I go to the next slide, I want to tell you the proper way to food combine. If you want to write this down or watch this again so you remember, the best food combination is veggies with proteins, veggies with proteins, carbs with veggies. Veggies and proteins, carbs and veggies. No carbs and protein at the same time. And we're talking chemically speaking on this. This is the way you put the food inside your body. It's kind of like you cannot put a JPEG format in a PDF file, and you cannot do a PDF file in a JPEG. It doesn't fit. So the same thing with the food, they don't jive together. All right. So that is the best way to combine your foods. And watch when you do it, you're going to feel amazing. So it's time. It's time. It is my belief that our body is our temple and also that our health is our responsibility. Because I truly don't see a line of people behind me assuming responsibility for my health. So I had to learn the hard way. My health is my responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. It's time to get your guide. It's time to get your guide and begin this beautiful smart eating journey. And here's what's coming soon. Coming soon is Smart Eating Classes. It's going to be a 4-week course. That is going to be a paid course, $99. The prerequisite is that you have read the 26 pages of the guide. We're also going to have small groups, Smart Eating connections. So after each class, we're going to connect all the A's, all the O's, all the B's, and all the AB's. And we're also going to we're working with a chef who is going to be doing food prep delivered to you if you wish, and also an instructor certification in the future. This is for people that are living this and want to share it. And so I ask all of you to keep all this in your prayers so it could come to fruition. And I thank you for letting me share this knowledge with you. Smart eating can change your life.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a nice presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, I definitely loved your quote about doing the same thing every day and expecting a different result. Uh, Sometimes I wonder about that. We keep doing the same thing and wondering why we're not losing weight,
Yeah. And
right?
and I understand that we have culture and I understand that we have traditions, but I have a doctor that taught me this and it changed my life. He met my mom and he met my grandma. Two amazing women, but two amazing women who were never educated on their health. And so their health was not that great. And I come from those two women. So if he told me this, if you do what they did, you're going to get what they got. So if you don't want to get what they got, you got to do it all backwards. All backwards. Whatever your mama and your grandma and your great grandma didn't do, you got to do. And I'm like, huh? He says, Cece, if they didn't watch what they eat, you do. If they didn't journal, you do. If they didn't exercise, you do. And I'm thinking, wow, backwards. And when I told my mama that, I was excited. And she was offended.
Of course.
And I said, Mommy, no, don't take it like that, Mommy. I said, look, God loves me so much that because you've been praying for me, God has given me a different answer. And today I get to change my life and my health, and I get to help you. So see it as answered prayers, Mommy, not that you did it bad. You didn't know better. So
Yeah.
I think it's time that we all start doing things different. I wanted to just share one more thing. We have these classes. This is a little workshop that I'm just putting together every first Tuesday of the month on Zoom. So if they want to know more about this, or if anybody missed this presentation and want to come and learn more, there's more.
Oh, excellent.
We're gonna build a community in Jesus' name of
Absolutely.
smart eaters.
Right. What is the issue or the problem, or what happens when we combine carbs and protein?
Chemically speaking, the body,
Mhm.
when you put the carbs and when you put the protein, it is not an amicable chemistry mix. It's like
Mhm.
mixing kind of oil and water.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like it does not chemically digest well, and it causes bloating.
Oh, I see.
It
So the
doesn't
bloating.
digest. Yeah, there's also the other thing about food combining. And this was
Mhm.
so sure. I didn't I if I to break it down, I almost think we have to speak one day about food combining and one day about eating according to your blood type, because it's too deep, right?
Mhm.
So when you combine correctly, your body digests better, well, and the food gets digested and absorbed in a much easier way internally.
Mhm.
When you do protein and veggies, ooh, your body just digests so well. But what is the popular combination? Protein and carbs.
Right, beans and rice, right?
Yes, yes,
Right, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's really ideal. And what I encourage you again, don't judge it.
Mhm.
Don't figure it out. Experiment it. Try it. How do you feel combining correctly all week? See the difference. Pay attention at your bowel movements, please. Pay attention at your bloating. Some people even say, I don't belch anymore.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. Foggy
Yeah.
brain, much less,
Mhm.
because you're digesting. And also notice your energy level, because when the food is put inside, like when you take a juice or a smoothie, that
Mhm.
absorbs really quick because it's already broken down. The same
Right.
thing. You don't want to
Mhm.
eat fruits after a protein, because it takes about 4 to 5 hours to digest protein, and it takes a half an hour to an hour to digest fruit.
Mhm.
So eating
Okay.
fruit after a big meal could cause acid reflux. Oh,
Yes,
there's
it
so
sure
much
could.
to talk about.
Right, right. So then we can go to our questions. We have a question here from KR Rebuild. She's asking, please give some examples of carb and protein combinations.
Protein and carbs,
Combinations?
uh,
Yeah,
a,
quite.
a burger, a sandwich, a
Mhm.
taco, a wrap, a burrito, steak and potatoes, rice and eggs. Those are some examples
Of
of,
some combining
of combining
to avoid.
to avoid.
To
That's what
avoid.
she said, carbs and protein, right?
Right, she said
Yeah,
carbs and proteins.
yeah.
Okay, all right, very good.
Which is all
Um,
the popular foods.
they are, and I definitely can see definitely sometimes when we have sensitive stomachs, like the first slide that you showed with the colitis and IBS and different colon problems, when we combine too many products together, they are harder to digest than when we keep it much simpler.
Yeah.
So
And
definitely,
that is a good way to also mention, this is
mhm.
simple eating.
Right. So
This is
yeah,
simple eating. Yes, that is
yeah,
a good word. Good word. Simple eating.
right. Yeah, and
As our
definitely,
ancestors did.
yes,
You know,
and
there
that
was
is true.
there was no
Mhm.
buffet.
Mhm.
No. A
Yeah,
buffet
yeah.
is a nightmare for the combination.
It
Nightmare.
is. It's so hard to digest with all of those different combinations. So, Judy Lee is asking, what about smoothies with protein powder?
You could do a protein powder, right? With
Mhm.
I really like to use a lot my protein powder. I just mix it with water. right? And
Mhm.
it's better if you want to put some, I mean, protein and fruits don't mix together either.
Right. I
So
understand that the fruit digests at a different rate. So generally you eat
yes,
the fruit by
yes.
themselves,
By
right?
themselves. Fruits are best to eat. And so I when I
Mhm.
make a smoothie with protein, I either put the greens or I just mix protein powder with water. Because the
Okay.
reason I'm taking it is for health. It's not for
Right.
entertainment.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
That's important.
I take it for I'm taking the protein to give me more muscle, to give me more energy. So
Mhm.
I really see my intake of food as my medicine for
Yes.
better health because I've
Yeah.
had bad health. And so when you've had bad health, you don't want to go back to that neighborhood. In Jesus' name,
Right.
I will not go back into that neighborhood. But I got to do
Right.
my due diligence, right? I got to do my work.
Yeah, so that's something important to remember that we're eating for health and not for entertainment. So when we talk about food combining and we're all having a heart attack because we can't have a taco, then we're remembering that we're eating for health and not for entertainment.
And here's my rule for that. You know, you
Mhm.
just like get a reunion or something. I have created something for myself, a bite or two
Mhm.
of a taco or of a burrito or of,
Mhm.
you know, if I
Right.
am going to, if I can resist it, that is like, "Oh, I gotta have it. Or your auntie is going like this, just have it, honey, have it. And
Right.
you know that auntie? Oh my God, I have one of those. She want to feed me everything. Here, honey, honey, honey. And I'm like, okay, I'll have a bite or two. And
Uh-huh.
then that appeases her, and that doesn't kill my gut either.
Right.
So a
There
bite
we
or
go.
two ain't gonna kill you, but no more than that. A portion,
Okay, excellent. So that's one thing Judy can do is do her protein powder with vegetables instead.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and so then the next question that we have, also from Judy Dudley. So, do you offer coaching for this at the center?
I don't offer coaching. I offer the guide. I the guide will educate you, and I do
Mhm.
put myself out on my email for them if they have questions. They have access to me via email, but I'm a therapist that don't like to hold by the hand. I'm a therapist that likes to equip you, to give you the tools you need, and encourage you to stay responsible and step up for yourself. Because if one day I'm not around, then what are you going to do?
Right? Exactly. Love it. That's a good one. And I noticed when you were holding up the book earlier, on one of the pages, you had acid foods and alkaline foods. Can you tell us briefly what the difference is between acid foods and alkaline foods and why we want to pay attention to that?
Well, so the fruits that are acid and the foods that are alkaline, those do not mix together. So, like bananas and strawberries do not mix together well. And what is the most popular smoothie that they sell out there?
Banana
And
strawberries.
strawberry. There's
Yeah.
something to this that I want to bring to all of our attentions. I think I mentioned there that food combining goes back to 1800s. This is all old news, all old
Mhm.
information, but it's not common knowledge because it goes against what we have been taught to
Mhm.
do, right? So
Right.
acid fruits, they're more acidic. Alkaline is less acidic. So when you combine them together, not very good. We want more alkalinity in our body than acidity, you know? So oranges and orange juice for me, I'm blood type O, it's a no-no. And can
Mm.
I tell you that every time I had orange juice, I had heartburn. But
Okay.
you know, I've been taught that that's how you get your vitamin C.
Mm.
And so I still drank the orange juice, but yet I didn't feel good in my gut. It's a
Mm.
very acidic fruit for me. And blood type O's, we are much more acidic. And
Mm.
blood type eating has to do with your blood antigens. The lectins in your foods when they come in contact with your blood antigens, they
Mm.
do not digest well together. It's like they don't communicate well. And that's
Mhm.
why changing all this works.
Oh, excellent. And by lectins, those generally come from your grain products. And I understand that if we soak them overnight, like our beans or our rice, then that helps to pre-digest those lectins so that we can absorb them better.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then let's see. We have a question here from Maria Thorne. What are your thoughts on combining food and vegetables, whether raw or cooked?
I don't think it matters. I think it's an option of your body. When you cook them a little bit, I don't think you lose a lot of the enzymes because heat kills enzymes, right? That's why you want to not overcook your foods. But I think it's okay to have like a salad and some sauteed vegetables. I mean, that could be a plate, right? A plate of vegetables. I don't think there's a big difference as far as combining.
Right. Okay, excellent. And then we have a question from Anna. She's asking, combined foods, is it okay to live on a veggie and protein way if eaten?
Say that again. Okay.
Combined foods, is it okay to live on a veggie and protein way of eating? I'm wondering if she's asking if it's okay to live only on veggies and proteins.
It
Right.
is it is good. Just remember that we need carbs. You need
Right.
carbs for energy. You need carbs. That's why the guide says that the grains and the carbs is on the good column
Mhm.
because it's good for you. It's not necessarily best for you, but they are good for you. So I would say have a better veggie protein, veggie carbs. Have both, but just have them separately.
Separately.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
one day you could do, like, example, I do a lot. A salad, and I'll put some brown rice on top. If
Mhm.
you've never had a salad with brown rice on top, it's a
It's
great
good.
combination.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I could almost have it every single day. But I too need to remember I'm a blood type O. I need some
Mhm.
animal protein. I need a little bit, not a
Mhm.
little bit, a little bit.
Right, right.
Not a steak,
Mhm.
you know. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think then a good day would be, I don't know, do you recommend that we start off with the fruits for digestion, or should we start off with the grain and a vegetable in the morning and then a
I
protein?
fruits are the best for the morning. Remember,
Okay.
it's called breakfast, meaning
Mhm.
break the fast,
Right, right.
right? Because you
Mhm.
slept 8 or 9 hours, and now you're going to start putting food in your body. The best thing to do in the morning is have a big glass of water.
Mhm.
Have a 16-ounce glass of water. Da, 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 boom, boom. I promise you,
Mhm.
you're going to go to the bathroom in a few minutes, right?
Uh,
And then fruit.
okay.
Oh my God. And if you're going to have fruit, if you're going to have pineapple, have a bowl of pineapple. If you're going to have watermelon, have a bowl of watermelon. If you're going to have grapes, have grapes. And you know what? Just look at the food as like, oh, this is going to bless me. Because when you're
Mhm.
doing the right thing, you got to know you're doing the right thing and be happy about it. Yes. And I'll sit and just finish that pineapple. And sometimes I go, man, you ate the whole thing. I sure did. A whole thing,
Mhm.
whatever you're going to eat the same. Eat that only, and you'll see that
Mhm.
a
Oh,
medley,
so,
a medley of fruits is not that great.
oh,
It,
is
di-
that right?
it
Okay.
digests faster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then we start off the morning with our 16-ounce glass of water.
Oh
We move
yeah,
on to our large bowl of fruit, and
yeah.
then we can move on to
Then
a
you
grain and
have
a
your lunch.
vegetable,
Yeah.
right? And
You
then
could choose if you're gonna do veggies and carbs, or you're gonna do veggies and protein.
Mhm. So we can have maybe lunch, veggies and carbs, and then dinner, veggies and protein.
Correct.
Sounds like the day. Okay,
Yes.
good,
Yeah.
good,
And
excellent.
really, if you think about it, it's not that difficult. Actually, it's simpler
Mhm.
than mixing everything together.
That is absolutely, absolutely
Because you
true.
only have to make two things all the time.
Mhm. Okay.
Either a
Yeah,
car,
that's true.
you
It
know,
makes it much simpler.
like for me, sometimes I'm right, and I sweet potatoes. Sometimes
Mhm,
dinner is a nice sweet potato, baked sweet potato,
mhm.
and that's it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
so simple.
okay, so I'd like to shout out Novelette and Joy and Zachariah for chiming in and being with us on this presentation. We're glad to have you. And then we
Yeah.
have a question from Maria Thorne here. She says, Cece, I'm a type A. What are the main foods that I should stay away from?
So for blood type A, no red meat, no bananas, no potatoes, no mango, no papaya, no carbs, no dairy, no gluten, no dairy,
No gluten. Mhm.
no pistachios, no cashews. If you
Wow.
are if you are O, no I'm O, okay? No gluten, no dairy, no avocado, no corn, nothing made of corn. No gluten, no dairy, no cashews, no pistachios, no peanut butter, no potatoes. This is O.
Mhm.
B, no chicken, no corn, no avocado, no shellfish. A, B, no chicken, no red meat, only fish. A, B has the limitations and the pluses of A and B. Is the less common blood type.
Oh, wow. Now there are people online right now that are freaking out about what you just said.
I know.
They are, but let me give you there you go. Let me give you a really short testimony if I could.
Yes,
Now,
please.
15 to 20 years ago, it's been a long time. Maybe it was 15 years ago. I have done this. I did my blood type diet for about 30 days. I didn't make all 45 days. I think I went on a vacation, so it all, flew out the
And out the
window then.
door.
Oh
Uh-huh,
yeah, that was gone.
uh-huh.
But in those 30 days, I actually did feel better, and I followed that diet to the letter. Meaning I didn't have cheat days every week and I didn't, well, just this one time. No, I followed it to the letter because I wanted to
Are
see.
you O?
Yeah, I'm OPAUSE.
I knew
So,
that. See, I
yeah.
knew that. Because an O, when we do things, we don't do halfway.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. Wait till you
Okay.
see the blood type characteristics.
Oh, that I don't remember. I don't
Yeah,
remember those. But I
yeah.
did follow the 30 days. And folks, I did feel better. I really did. I had more energy. And back then, I didn't have the issues of belly fat. So I can't say too much for that. But what I would say regarding that now, as I'm older and I'm, in those years of belly fat years, is when I feel like I want to fit into a dress that is more form fitting and I don't want this large belly there, I actually go back to this diet. It takes me
Mhm.
about 2 weeks, and already the bloating, that excess fat, it starts to,
Yes,
I'm not sure disappear, but shrink in.
it
And
does.
so even though there's not scientific evidence, there's anecdotal, right? We try it, it works, that type of
There you
evidence is available. And I still manage it that way right now. So
go.
for my blood type, like she said, I can't have peanut butter. Oh my goodness, I would die without peanut butter. But when I'm trying to fit into that dress, when I feel like I'm too bloated, if I eliminate those things, it actually works great.
It does.
So I would still encourage us to really try it. But I will also say one other thing. I'm vegetarian. So if I change over to this diet, I can see an effect faster than somebody who's not vegetarian. So
Yeah.
give your guys the 45 days because those first 2 weeks, if you're eating meat, it takes a long time to change your gut in order to absorb fruits better and all those things, the inflammation that meat causes it
Yes.
takes longer to decrease that. So you would need the 45 days. So don't just start and say, oh, it didn't work. and
No.
still bloated and so on. No, you have a lot of stuff in your colon to get
Yes.
rid of. And you
Yes.
have to clean off those sides before you can absorb the nutrition that you're eating.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're eating a lot of fruit with all the stuff on the sides and nothing is happening.
Nothing.
So I think CC also recommends that sometimes if you start with a colonic or a cleanse first and then go into your diet changes,
Oh, it's
you're
ideal.
better off to absorb than if you just start straight at. It's going to take actually longer if you do it that way.
Yes, that's
Um,
correct.
is that correct? All
Yes,
right.
that's correct. Yes,
And
like cleaning the trash can out first.
yes, clean it first, right?
Yes,
So you
yes.
can observe stuff. So that's my little, testimony on that
Good.
for all
Thank
the
you.
other
Thank
people
you
who
for
are like,
sharing that.
no
Yeah.
problem. Because here Judy Dudley saying I'm feeling punished. But no, 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 no.
No, none of that.
Not
No,
so
we
much.
have to feel blessed that we are getting this information because this
Mhm.
is uncommon information. Remember, the word says, my people will perish for lack of knowledge, not us, because we're getting knowledge that other people don't have and may never get. So this is really, really see it as a blessing. And guess what? I being a believer, I know I have to live different
Right,
because
right.
I'm called to live different physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This is the physical part. We here today are learning how to go from this level of health to this level of health. And I could tell you, I have a testimony. I'll finish with this. I have a young man that just came to see me. He's 48 years old. He had a stroke. His sugar was 300. His blood pressure was 250. He is on a monitor. They thought he was going to have a heart attack. His wife knew about us and immediately came. We blood type him. He's blood type A. This is 2 months ago. He's lost almost 25 pounds. He's no longer diabetic. He's pre-diabetic now. They told him, no, you don't have cirrhosis of the liver. It's just a fatty liver. But he went into this and he jumped in with 2 feet. His feet were like scaly when he began this journey. His feet are nice, soft skin. He's shocked what's happening to him. He is shining. He is glowing. I looked at him yesterday and can I just tell you, I said, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for this great information that you have gifted us that we are able to share with others. This man is going to save his life." The doctors are blown away by what? But we thought you were dying. No, he's not.
Oh,
Because
wow.
he took control of his own health, and this is what he's doing. And he's getting colonics. As you
Excellent,
mentioned.
excellent.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
we just have a couple of last minute questions here from Judy Dudley. Where does tofu fit in?
Tofu's a protein, right?
Right.
Yeah. So tofu's a protein. Yes.
So that with that. So then
Yes.
that is fine. And
Yeah.
then I think for Joy Bell, what recommendations for protein for vegetarians who are O type?
Um, oh, you know what? This is what Dr. Bo told me that if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, be a vegan and be a vegetarian according to your blood type. So obviously you're not going to put the animal protein because you're choosing not to. But you could have soy, you could use
Mhm.
tofu. I don't know if you guys eat eggs. Eggs is another good source of protein, but I do have to tell you, blood type O's, we need a little bit of animal protein. Our body needs a little bit. It doesn't need a lot. Dr. Bo Wagner himself, he didn't eat red meat and he didn't eat chicken because he did not believe in how they take care of them, but he ate fish. And so if you can learn to eat a little bit of fish, if you're an O, that would be terrific. If not, do it according to your blood type, meaning cut out what you're not supposed to and eat soy as your protein.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Mm.
So we'll go ahead and end here. Our time is out, but I just wanted to for you to read Maria Thorne's comment here. Cece, my husband says you look awesome.
Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of course, I'm feeling left out, but yeah. But no, thank you so much, Cece. This has been a great presentation, folks.
Yeah,
You know,
been
it's
a
on
joy.
YouTube, it's on Facebook, so go back, watch it again. You know, it'll be great. Share it. We thank you so much for being here with us. We wish everyone to have a fabulous day. Think about what you're eating. Move forward. One baby step, two baby steps. Anything helps. Just keep going. Thank you,
And
everyone.
and
Yes,
make
go ahead.
sure that we do not get overwhelmed by this. Overwhelming does not come from the Lord. This our strength comes from the Lord, and we can do this one day at a time.